Hello everyone, I'm the Tax Pro, and today we're going to talk about setting up income accounts in QuickBooks Desktop. So this is going to be in the chart of accounts, which I have other videos talking about the importance and other types of accounts in there. In order to navigate the chart of accounts, you can come here to where it says company, scroll down to chart of accounts. That will bring up the full chart of accounts for you. If you are running the accountant version, you can go to the accountant dropdown and hit chart of accounts as well. Okay, so we already have some income accounts here in QuickBooks Desktop. And this is because when you enter the information about your business during setup, it is going to recommend a chart of accounts for you based on your industry. So it's going to ask you what industry the company is in and how that company is taxed. And based on those answers, it's going to give you some different accounts. So you'll see here, I have all of these different accounts in QuickBooks Desktop. I have one income account, and it is just construction income because I told QuickBooks that this was a construction company when setting it up. So at this point in time, we need to set up our income accounts. To set up a new account, you come down here, hit new, and this is going to show you all the different types of accounts that you can set up in QuickBooks Desktop. Now there are a couple different income accounts that we can utilize. Up here is an income account, and this is going to be used for operating income activities. So any income that you are going to earn that the company is in business to actually earn. So for example, this is a construction company. Any sort of income related to construction is going to be a regular income account. However, if this company has like a savings account where interest is being earned, that's a different type of income. That's not an operating income account, right? The business is not in business to earn interest. It's in business to provide construction services. So if we have that other type of income, we can come down here to other account types and hit other income. So I'm going to go ahead and make a interest income account. And you'll see here that was added down here, interest income. So what income accounts do you actually need? And that question is really dependent on how you want to run your business. So from a tax perspective, we want to make sure that you have the income accounts that you need in order to prepare your return properly. So interest should be broken out from regular operating income. But when it comes to the type of categories that you want, I want you to think about what information do you want from your business? What information do you need to properly run it? Some examples would be, okay, this is a construction company. Maybe they are doing multiple types of construction. Maybe they have siding construction, maybe they have exterior, and then interior, maybe there's residential and commercial. All of those would be different types of income that you might want to break out into separate accounts on your profit and loss, because it's going to give you information to run your business. For example, if we had a commercial versus residential construction income account, so we have two of them, one's residential, one's commercial. If the company makes a lot more money on the commercial construction, so commercial revenue is always much higher, well, that might mean that we would possibly consider putting more marketing effort into the commercial side because it's generating more revenue, especially if our margins are better. So at that point in time, it might be like, well, if the commercial side is not a large headache in comparison to the residential side, then maybe the company should really focus on commercial, and residential should be more of a non-primary form of income. Whereas if we look at the P&L and residential income is just a large chunk of the income, and we know that we're getting in with builders And so when we get in with those builders, there's not much advertising that goes on. We end up securing a large amount of revenue for a far smaller advertising effort or marketing effort. And so you can divvy up your income accounts to help you make those decisions. So you can go ahead and sit down and think about that. But I also want you to keep in mind that you don't have to stick to what you first set up, right? So if you decide down the road that you want to split this construction income account up into a couple of different subsections, you can start doing that later down the road. You're not stuck with the chart of accounts that you initially create. So that is how you set up the income accounts. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.